So we just drank an entire Nalgene
Full of vodka.
of vodka. Vodka.
It was water, but I still feel like I'm gonna float away. So if you haven't seen our review and our epic drinking scene, go watch it because it's quite hilarious. But this is the spoilers review for The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness.
This was the book I was the most excited about that we picked up at Bia.
Mainly because...
Okay, so this is a book that was basically written for me because it is about a world where there are a bunch of chosen ones, and instead of following the chosen ones, we follow just the group of normal people who are just trying to get by in this world of chosen ones. Like, they want to graduate high school before the indie kids, the chosen ones, blow it up again, because that has happened. And it's just, this book pokes, like, fun at every single teen fiction trend that I have had to, like, ride out in my last how many years. Like, the vampires are here, weird supernatural things are here.
Cancer.
Everyone dying beautifully of cancer.
Oh, some of these lines are beautiful.
Ugh.
Yeah, there was one line that she pointed out, and I read it too, and I loved it. And I was like, and then there was that time when all the indie kids were dying beautifully of cancer, and you're like, oh wow.
Hi, John Green. Harleen McDaniels.
So it was really fun, but how did it hold up for you?
I really liked it, and I liked that you followed the normal plot, but you also got snippets of the big, like the indie kids plot, just so you can kind of ground it in this world, and you don't feel like you're relying on the indie kids plot. Like, at no point was like, oh, I really want to know how Satchel's doing. It's just like, okay, cool, Satchel is currently talking to some immortal prince dude who's totally gonna stab her in the back because reasons. What's up with Mikey?
The other thing I liked about this is how casual it was, kind of about everything, and that's what made it real, because there was never anything that was like, ooh, this is an issue and we're gonna focus on it. It was like, no, this is part of normal life, and people deal with it and they move on, kind of thing. So, for instance, Mikey and Mel both have a form of mental illness. Mikey is obsessive compulsive, and he kind of had it under control for a while, but it's slowly coming back and getting worse. And Mel kind of has an anorexia that's been triggered by her mother's political campaign, and so she's fighting with that kind of throughout the novel, but it's never like, look at them.
And the use of mental illness is never, like, an important plot point. Like, it doesn't come down to the climax of the novel, and it's, oh no, this plays an important role in ending it. Like,
no, it's just a part of who they are.
But not used to completely define them. Like, it's really well done. Everyone feels like they're three-dimensional. Like, everyone. It's so weird.
Not used to this.
No.
So the other two main characters are Hannah and Jared. Hannah, which I found really interesting, she's, like, her family's African American, living in this really small town. They're also very religious, and her parents want to go on a mission to Africa, and she's trying hard to, like, make herself go, but she just really doesn't want to because it's her last year before college. And Jared is gay. There aren't really any other gay kids around, or any gay kids that he's interested in, so he's kind of lonely, but also he could be one of the indie kids, which is really, really interesting. His grandmother was a cat goddess, and basically his mother has kind of run off, and he's kind of left with his godlike powers and trying to figure out what to do with them and how he wants to use them. This plot, the indie kids are running around trying to face down these immortal something or others that are trying to take over the world. They might want to steal bodies. You're never quite kind of clear on that. They've got some kind of agenda. And Satchel is fighting them off. Meanwhile,
with the multiple Finns.
Yeah, that was one of the funny parts. There's like 5 kids named Finn that she runs around talking to, which would never happen in a YA novel. Never. But it happens in real life all the time.
I think it's just because he was pointing out the fact that in all the YA novels, there's a lot of repetition of character names.
It's true, too.
Like, you have some pretty solid chosen one names. Like, I don't know how many times I've come across Arthur, because, like, King Arthur.
What? Yeah. I really like the parents' involvement in this. Their mother has this political campaign that she's, like, obsessed with. It's, like, her life's goal to, be successful in her political career. But it kind of messes with her family. Not that they don't support her, but sometimes it can have a negative impact on them. And then their father is an alcoholic who functions, but he's not a very good father. And generally, parents don't really have a role in YA novels, but because this is focusing on normal things,
There are parents.
and they do things, and they have personalities, and problems, and issues, and, you know, how they live their lives affects their kids.
I liked the focus on relationships between the friends. Like, I liked how Mikey is really, really into Henna, but it doesn't turn out to be forever love. Like, that was something that was really mind-blowing to me, because normally when you have a character pining after another character, it's a yes-no situation, like, I'm not into you now, but after the big X event, the main character will be rewarded with the true love of their specifically chosen person. In this book, we get rid of that, and, like, it happens in the first third of the novel. He, like, basically turns to this girl, it's like, Henna, I'm into you. And I was just like, wait, what? Like, did I skip? Is this bound wrong? And then there's also the relationship between Mikey and his best friend, Jared, which I found, like, super fascinating.
Yeah, I love that relationship. They were so cool.
Because they're really good friends, they really care about each other, and they've messed around.
And Mikey's not gay. He's like, nope, I am not gay. But you know what? If you can't, you know, mess around with your best friend, who can you mess around with?
And Jared isn't in love with Mikey. Like, this isn't one of those, well, we've kissed a few times, so I'm in love with you. It's just like, we're bored, we're young, we're like...
Hey, if somebody's gonna give you a hand, why not?
And so that was really, that was refreshing, because that, like, that never happens in teen books, you know?
Never. I don't think it's ever happened. There's
So-
never been any, like, messing around without some kind of romantic attraction somewhere.
And then Mel, she has a romantic plot that happens completely off screen. She meets this nurse dude, she likes him, they get together.
The end.
The end.
That's it.
That's it. He goes to prom with her. He goes to the after party with her.
It's cute.
It's adorable.
But that's it.
It's...
We don't obsess over everything. Things just happen and then we get to move on from them.
Very slice of lifey.
Which is great. I really liked the ending where, as they've been talking about this entire book, the indie kids blow up the high school.
Well, it's like Chekhov's gun, right? Like, if there is a gun on screen, by the end of the thing, it has to be used. The gun in this is the high school exploding. Everyone's like, oh, I hope we make it through high school without it exploding. And I'm like, it's gonna blow. That thing is gonna blow.
It was just so much fun. You're like, you felt like kind of dancing around it like a fire. Like, we blew up the high school.
Totally reminded me of Buffy, how I think it's season 4 they blow up the high school. And he did talk about Buffy in his prologue.
You did?
Yeah, he did. So,
Probably that's where it came from.
throwback right there.
This book was a lot of fun. It's really funny to go in with your expectations about exactly what's going to happen, try to predict it, and be like, oh, look, that didn't happen. Wow. I don't know what to do with myself.
If you read a lot of YA, then you'll definitely like this book, because you'll get all of his references and what he's poking fun at, and it's kind of like a love letter to the genre, but also a very critical analysis of the genre,
Yeah.
which was what I really liked.
So yeah, I highly recommend picking up this book. It's a lot of fun.
Do
So,
it.
if you liked our review, subscribe. There is also our spoilerless review, a lot of fun. Go check that out as well.
Also, check out our website, because we have a website.
We do have a website.
We have a website, and we write reviews there too. Like, we have blog posts and things, because we have blogs.
So, if you like our stuff, comment, tell us what you think of the book. Tell us what is your least favorite YA trope. What is your favorite? And let us know. Bye, guys.